It's a race that could determine the next Member of Parliament for Cariboo-Prince George, and there will soon be a winner. Conservative Party members have gathered in Quesnel to hear speeches and vote for the next Conservative representative in next year's federal election.
The sounds of national pride filter through the hallways as dozens gathered to cast ballots for the riding's Conservative representative. The closed-door vote is the first step towards choosing the area's MP next year. Former Prince George Mayor Shari Green is running on a platform of economic development and public safety.
People expect much more from their next Member of Parliament, so strong representation is critical. It's what people are looking for, and it takes some political experience to be able to give that representation.
She's the only candidate who has held a seat in public office.
You need to have some governance knowledge. You need to understand the legislative process and how things work, and so that you can hit the ground running on day one and not spend some time on a learning curve.
When outgoing MP Dick Harris announced his retirement in late October, he threw his support behind Todd Doherty. The former Director of Revenue Generation for the Canada Winter Games is also focusing on the economy.
Making sure that we have a strong economy, looking at diversifying our economy with oil and gas and mining, renewable energy and transportation, but also be mindful of our traditional industries such as farming and forestry.
He says his experience with the Prince George Airport Authority has put the city on the world stage.
My international experience will bring great level of experience here to our region, being able to connect with all three levels of government, making sure that we have partnerships, not only in Prince George, but throughout the riding.
The final candidate, Nick Fedorkiw, hopes party members will choose him based on his experience in natural resources. He holds a bachelor's and master's degree in economics.
What is our economy going to look like going forward? Is our traditional natural resource sector going to be there for us? And what exactly is that going to look like? And I really want to make that happen. I think I've got the background to make it happen, and I've got the potential to do a lot should I be successful getting to Ottawa.
He too is hoping to connect Prince George, Parliament Hill, and the rest of the world.
Also, I mentioned my experience in the natural resource sector, both in government and in the private sector, both in Canada and abroad. And I think that gives me a great perspective that I can bring to this region.
Speeches and voting are happening just down this hallway. It's closed to the public, only available to Conservative Party members. The nomination from here will head to Williams Lake and Vanderhoof, wrapping up in Prince George on Saturday, and we can expect the results of the nomination sometime Saturday night. In Quesnel, Ryan Kessler, CKPG News.
Voting and speeches have wrapped up in Quesnel, and the Conservative candidates are now in Williams Lake. They'll be in Vanderhoof tomorrow morning with doors opening at 9:30. Voting wraps up tomorrow night in Prince George.